All right, good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing this morning? How's everybody doing online? I don't know what all this stuff is. Anybody know? Oh, bold. Yay. All right. Well, we're glad you're here. We got a packed schedule. You get to hear from a couple of our agents today. A couple of people you might not have heard a lot about. You know, I get claimed sometimes that Chad you only bring on my favorites. I do have favorites, but I just can't tell you who they are. I was a school teacher. You always had favorites. Anybody says that's not true. Usually the rowdiest and the most disruptive kid was my favorite, by the way. I don't know why that is. All right, let's get started with some bucket fills. Get some energy going. Share something good. Brag on somebody else. Give some gratitude. We got a microphone we'll run around so they can hear you online. All right, go ahead, Robin. Give us something good.
I dropped my son off at UT El Paso this past week, and I haven't cried in 12 hours.
Yay, UT El Paso. That's a long ways away, El Paso. Okay, great.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ebony. I have a listing. This is my first transaction. It's priced at $275, 3 beds, 2 baths.
Now that's boring. Tell us what's cool about it. Come on. Come on.
Yes. It has a new black splash.
Words matter. We're gonna help you with that, right?
It's amazing.
Well, first off, it's your first listing,
Right.
and you're super excited. That's great. Good work.
Thank you.
All right, cool. That is first of many. Congratulations. All right, somebody else. Give a little gratitude. Give it to somebody else. Okay, great.
Got a lot of energy going over here.
Yeah. Let's go. Keep rolling.
It's football season.
It's
That's the
It's
bucket
your
list.
gratitude.
Yes.
Football's
I'm
great.
going to see the Cowboys in New York, so I'm excited about it.
Oh, all right. Very good. For our football, I do like American football. Nothing better than a Saturday afternoon with 3 or 4 games on, watching them at the same time. You got to watch that many games, you got to have what? That many TVs. I do have a few TVs in my backyard if you've seen it before. Okay, who else? You can do online too. A little gratitude, a little energy. Anyone? Okay.
So I have the great honor to work with a lady who's 75 years old, selling her home here in Sugar Land, moving to Conroe, and she decided to work with me and work with us at Keller Williams.
All right. Great. 75, right? Still in a transition from one stage to another. Okay. Anybody else? A little gratitude, energy to get rolling. Online, you could talk. We can hear you. Corinne, go ahead. And Jimmy, go.
More than 30 days, and we receive offer, but it's low.
Oh. You got an offer. That's what we heard.
Hey,
Okay. Hopping up.
I signed up for Bold.
All right.
Got my first listing today.
And you what?
My first listing towards Bold.
Oh,
today.
toward Bold. Okay, great. So you chose the reimbursement or you chose for the $399? Okay, that's a smart deal because you're betting on yourself. Okay, great. Cool. Jimmy.
2 listings went live yesterday, and I should have 1 executed by the end of the day today.
Oh, all right. There you go. Okay. Listings are
And
good.
Jimmy, are you registered for both?
I will be registering, and I might be doing what Sapin is doing.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. We'll talk about that as you're.
Barbara and I sat here all day. No, just one.
All right, last chance. One more. Gratitude. Bucket fill on somebody else. Online. Anybody out there? There's 40 of you that are registered at least online. Anyone got something cool to share?
Good morning.
Okay, great.
This is personal.
All right, Lapita, go ahead.
We just celebrated our 30th year anniversary.
Wow, marriage anniversary. What's your 30 years, a long time? What's your one piece of advice?
Compromise. Listen to each other and be patient.
Okay, that is good advice. Congratulations, 30 years. Cool. All right, last one.
This is my other job. I have a lady who I've trained for a year and she's lost 95 pounds.
Wow, that's great. Results through people. Okay, that is exciting. Okay, great. All right, let's jump ahead and have a little fun today. Maybe. Okay, here we go. Command, whoops, where am I?
You kept going.
Well, I can't help it if it doesn't operate. I do lack patience if you don't know.
It's just a delay.
Where do I need to go back?
You're right there.
No, I had the summary. Okay, here we go. Quick summary so you can see everything and what the. All right, you do, just so you know, we just invested a whole bunch of money into our technology. They're missing one part. So for your experience online with everything that's coming and sound and everything, we went as state of the art that we can. It'll be fantastic. Of course, they said, oh, we're missing a relay or a power adapter, and it's on back order, one little part. So anyways, just so you know, we'll up our tech. I mean, I love Norman's 1980 computer, but it's the time to get with the times. All right, here's a command, multiple opportunities for command and way to go about it as well. Always remember, I talk with top producers and they go, well, who's going to train them on command? Well, we'll help you with that. So if you're hiring somebody, virtual or not, this is a great place for them to get trained. And then just going through our big events that we have, and let's gonna hit each one of them. We got a lot moving, big things that are coming. Command, more command. This one feeds you lunch on Saturday. Who's teaching that?
Me,
Norman?
boot camp,
Boot camp.
yeah. So.
You gonna hurt them?
Hurt.
Boot camp's supposed to be hard, right?
Yeah, it's an all-day boot camp, takes you from the beginning to the end to get you to be paid. So if you're still waiting and you're going like, well, I'll just get somebody to help me when I need it. Look, that ain't gonna happen all the time. So come on to boot
This
camp.
is your opportunity to get help.
Yeah, this is your opportunity.
You'll workshop, lunch is provided, one-on-one. We'll have some patience. I am not teaching it because I would have zero. Okay, get your funding up to par. One of the strategies we teach in Shift is really understanding all the financials and things that are available. So this is a great thing that Verna and Dale or an AMCAP has set up. And the date on this, you need some glasses to see that at the bottom, is 14th from 9 to 3. And you get an opportunity to go around and visit with some people on financing. Great resource and tool. You don't want to miss that. Also jumping ahead, maybe. I clicked it once.
Lunch will be provided for that event.
Yes. Okay, do we have our other slides? Israel, you got something to say? Okay, come on.
Just waiting for you to introduce me. That's all.
Okay, great. Israel Flores.
What's up, guys? I don't know. I'm not sure about the thing here.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. No, it looks amazing. They were working hard, man. She almost fell off like twice. No, it looks amazing. I almost caught her like 3 times, I think, and she was falling. Really quickly, guys, just some stuff coming up for the PC program. We're going to be doing some lead gen workshops so we can really do a big push for Q4. So 9/23, I will blast this out, but 9/23 we'll be having an open house workshop. I get that request a lot. How do I shadow? How do I do open houses, right? I think it's one of the quickest and easiest ways for especially new agents or any agent to get in front of potential buyers, sellers, neighbors. So 9/23, we'll have a kind of all-day workshop on open houses. Next workshop after that will be database. You should be getting business from your database. Okay, it's the lowest hanging fruit. And then after that, we'll be focusing on events and buyer workshops, seller workshops. Okay, so 3 lead gen workshops coming up in the next few weeks between 9/23 and then into October. That'll hopefully help you guys into get a production for boat as well, and make a last push for last quarter, and set yourself up for Q1 of next year, right? Always remember, we are working for, I was talking to a couple agents yesterday, and a lot of times we forget we are working 45 to 60 days out, right? So if you take your foot off the gas, even a couple of weeks, you're putting yourself behind 30 days, right? So you have to keep that in mind, especially for this last quarter coming up and then Q1. Cool. All right, guys.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
Okay. Greg here? Oh, I didn't see him. He came from the other side.
Have the clicker?
You can.
Yeah, thank
Be
you.
patient with it.
Appreciate it. How's everyone doing? Good. Oh, we got some good energy today. So, my name is Greg. I'm your marketing director here at the office. I'm just gonna go through some of the events that you guys can utilize for marketing your business, touching your database. I know we've been mentioning it every week, but I'll make sure I remind you guys and make sure you're aware of any updates relevant to those events. But first, I'm gonna have a guest, Sapna. She's gonna come up and talk about National Night Out and how you can use that for your own marketing as well. Everyone give a round of applause for Sapna.
Okay, we are talking about, this is on October 3rd for Sugarland, if you live in Sugarland. Nationally, it's October 4th. It really doesn't matter what date you choose, whatever works for your neighborhood. It's an event I do every year. I probably have done it, 20 something years for my neighborhood. It's a way to get out and talk to neighbors. You can invite the fire department, or you can invite the police department. You get to choose one if you're in Sugarland, okay? And you get a flyer together. I'm working on mine, I can share with you. And then along with it, I'm also doing, bringing canned foods, so we can bring it to our shred event that's coming up almost 2 weeks right after that. You can pass out information about, so I also do a neighborhood watch for my neighborhood. So that's a place you can recruit new people if somebody's moved to take care of their street. I mean, if you guys are interested, we just brought this up this morning at the marketing meeting. I know I told Kimber about it last year. She did it for the first time last year. It is a great way to get to know your neighbors. And especially if you've been living there for quite a while and nobody's done one, you can be the one to start, I don't get sponsors, but it depends on how you do it. Like this year, we're doing a food truck. You can also do potluck, get everyone to just bring a dish to share. That might be the best way to start at the beginning, or do pizza and just cover the pizza. Does anybody have any questions? Have you ever done one? Do you think this might be beneficial? I think, yeah.
Can I add to that?
So you cannot post it on like a mailbox, but I usually send out a flyer.
No, I mean, host, where?
Oh, where do I host it? Oh, right. I host it right in front of my yard.
Oh, it's your.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Your address on.
I put my address on it and then leave the garage open. And then put most of the food underneath the garage. Okay.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, so it's kind of designed for to have it for your street, right? But not everybody in the neighborhood is going to have their own for their street. This is not going to happen. So I usually invite my entire neighborhood. And we get about 30 to 40 people every year, the same people come, which is fine.
Good event, good
touch. It's a good touch. It's a great way to talk to neighbors. I always bring up what's going on with the market that day.
Yeah. Kimber, you wanna?
So I was so impressed by another agent in our office that really kills it is Susan Garcinski. And
Yeah.
she's told me year after year after year, you really should do this.
Mhm.
And I don't know, it was never on my radar, but last year when I did decide to do it, I look at it from the belly to belly business model of, people better when you get to spend time with them. And then the second thing, because I love promoting my brand, all the National Night Out flyers I did on all the unit mailboxes around my streets had my logo on them, just to be there. And I did a QR code that would take them to my website. And, but I've just found it really great. And when we got there, I had everybody sign in and I said, would you give us some contact information so that I can create a neighbor directory for our street? You know, I had literally just that week had an incident where I was walking in the morning. There was water running down the driveway of one of my neighbor's house and she wasn't answering the door. And I was like, oh, I don't have her phone number. It was ridiculous. And somehow or another, I was able to go on Facebook Messenger and get a hold of her. And she was in Cabo and her sprinkler system had gone bonkers and had been running for like 8 hours. But you know, how much simpler if I had her contact information. So I told that story and got all sorts of participation. Oh, so your house, yes. And I live on the corner, so I went up the street and down out this way, great big T shape and all the way around the block.
You can also do it at neighborhood park.
Yeah.
Like if you have a park that, you know, a lot of people always are hanging out at. I mean, I'm not sure how hot it's going to be on October.
Yeah, but cool.
Okay.
But
good.
thank you. Thank you, Stop. Let me go around with applause. Thank you. Some good.
Greg, can I add to
Good
the National
information.
Night Out?
Yeah, Jacob. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I wanted just to add one quick thing here. I'm hosting National Night Out on October 3rd in my cul-de-sac, and I'm gonna be putting out flyers and so forth. But a lot of the neighborhoods, like I know our HOA, I went and spoke with them about it, and they're gonna reimburse me up to $75 as long as I provide the receipts. So like plates, napkins, cups, stuff like that. They're going to reimburse me up to $75 for hosting the event. And then when you go online at Sugarland website, like we were just talking about, you do get to choose one, but they say in there that they're going to try and get all the departments out there, but they're just looking for your input on that.
Cool. Well, thank you for that information. So there's opportunities for reimbursement. So thank you everyone for giving that information. And of course, you can stop and Kimber, I'm sure it'll be helpful if you have more questions on National Night Out. Of course, we have our other events coming up. So we have the pet adoption event coming up, which is September 30th. Pam, you want to say anything on that?
No, if anybody wants if anyone wants any additional information, how they can help, what we're looking for, you can call me, text me, email me, message me on Facebook. Right now we have 4 rescues signed up, possibly a couple more coming on board and some vendors.
Awesome.
So if you can think of a way to participate other than if you have a speaker we could use, if you have a bounce house, just looking for additional ways to make things fun.
Awesome. Thank you, Pam. So that's September 30th. So that's about 3 weeks from now. So if you need a flyer, just reach out to me. We'll make sure you have a flyer for that event. Remember, these events are your events. 2 weeks after that is Shredding Hunger. So, we're having 2 shredding trucks this year. Remember, this is a food drive, so we want to collect some food. You can collect food ahead of the event. So we'll have a box here where, donations can be collected. Of course, we'll take food that day as well. So that's Shredding Hunger. That's October 14th. I know all of you have a flyer for it. If you need a flyer or you need any marketing material, whether it's direct mail, door hangers, etc., just reach out to me and I'll make sure that you guys have any marketing material for the event. 2 weeks after that is, remember, it's Trunk or Treat. One more slide. Trunk or Treat is October 28th. So last year we had about 1,200 people. How many trunks we have right now, Israel?
We're roughly about 40. So we're doing good. We still need some more agents. We also need some vendors. So just think about the vendors you use, guys. AC people, pool companies. This is a great opportunity for you to make some business-to-business calls to your vendors that you're already providing business to, and have them hook up with us. So you can send me their contact info, or I can send you the link out. I'll actually blast that out to everyone as well, the vendor flyer that we have, and then as well as the agent sign up. But it's a great event. I mean, it's a great opportunity, guys, to promote that, and also use it as a lead generation tool.
Awesome. Thank you. And also for that event, once again, we sent out flyers for everyone. If you didn't receive one, reach out to me. And if you need any other marketing material, remember, these are your events. These are opportunities for you to touch your database via email, text, etc. So definitely, if you're doing door knocking, all those are opportunities. Just a reminder, tomorrow, my class at 11:30, also going over how to use these events for marketing. So that the idea during that day is like, hey, if you want to send a mass email in command, that day, we're gonna be doing it tomorrow. So you want to send an email about Shredding Hunger, all 3 events, whatever it is, we're gonna be able to take action that day. Also, if this in terms of marketing, I go through a lot of command aspects of marketing. You can use that in addition to Norman's boot camp on Saturday to really get the ball rolling with command in terms of marketing and just the overall system. So that's all I got for you guys today.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
All right, you see a theme there, right? If you study top producers across the country, top agents can drive their business through just doing events. And I could hook you up with 5 of them who make a lot of money, and all they do is go from one event to another, and that's how they stay top of mind with their database. Okay, we're jumping ahead. Sorry, we're out of time. We're at the bulb. Not that I don't love you. Okay, all right, we're yes. I got 2 people that are going to come up here and share a little bit with us and kind of meet them. That'd be Serena and Liska. Come on up. That'd be you, Serena. That's your cue. They're going to come up, and one is I want you to hear them a little bit of story. One time, every once in a while, we go, hey, we don't get to hear from other people along the way. You get to go right behind the platform.
Oh, okay.
Do you have one of those microphones? That way I can stand over here.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Serena's just getting started in real estate, right, Serena?
Yes.
That's
Just
great.
last month.
Yeah.
Got my license.
And Liska, so here's what I want you to do real fast. Just give us a elevator version of your story. Tell us your story.
Okay.
Sure, yeah. Go, jump in.
Okay, so I've been here since November of last year. Prior to becoming a real estate agent, I was on the mortgage side. I've been an underwriter, an account executive, loan officer. And last year on the mortgage side, I got laid off, and that was my 3rd time being laid off. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm gonna take matters into my own hands, and I got my license. And now I'm a real estate agent.
And how's it going in the beginning? How's your first year?
My first year has been great. I've been very blessed. I capped in 6 months.
There you
So, yes, it's been outstanding. So, I mean, and I love this office.
Okay, great. Serena. Yes.
Well, my story, I started real estate in 1998 as a assistant property manager. And I was in a very small brokerage. So I have one broker and then me. And after 8 years, I joined Keller Williams. That's when I went up to a different kind of horizon. I get to see the ocean. I get to see a lot of stuff. So I learn every day, and I love Keller Williams. So I've been here for how long now?
You
Since
have to do math? Yes.
yeah, we're all good at math, right? We're agents. So it's been a while. It's been a while. Yes.
All right. One thing that we learn, and we learn this in the 6 personal perspective, is being learning based, right? Doesn't matter if you're less than a year in and you cap in 6 months, or you're on this journey and you keep going. What I can say is kind of hits each spectrum. So Serena, you're
sir.
always engaged in some community, some event for learning. You've taken Bold how many times?
Probably 7 or 8.
Yes. You show up to the shift call, if you know that, Wiz.
Yes.
Yes.
Every
So
morning.
tell a little bit about your learning journey and why. Come on, you could figure it out the first time, right?
Yes, I'm a pretty learning-based person because we are all here talking about setting goals, but your goals have to accompany your growth mindset because you have to want to grow. So you set a goal, and then that would make everything more meaningful. So for me, I used to be like, you don't see me until 12 o'clock or in the afternoon. Well, you still don't, but I used to get up like 8 o'clock in the morning. But now every day I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. My first call is with Early Bird. I listen in, I don't talk, but that's terrible. I need to plan on participate. But I start by listening at 5:30. What the national agents talking about conversation, script practice. And then 6:30, I get on Jem Shaw's shift call, Monday through Friday. And then after that, I immediately log on to Chris Hurley's script practice. So that's my morning schedule. At 8 o'clock, I eat my breakfast. 8:30 starting on, I started to make calls or texts or lead gen. That's my thing. So I'm on Jem Shaw's Inspire group. I travel for business travel every year. This is my new thing I've been implementing for the past 2 years. February, family reunion. You guys don't need to call me. I will buy the tickets and go. And then I am going to the mega camp. April, I go to Jam Shaw's event, and November, I go to business planning event. And yeah, that is me at the end of the year. I go home to check on my mom. So that's my.
Where's
thing.
your mom?
She's in Taiwan.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah. It's called Early Bird. Early Bird Talking Real Estate. Yeah, it's on Clubhouse. It's on Clubhouse. So like today we talk about Phil Jones. Phil Jones has a book. He's a keynote speaker for Mega Camp. So when he's talking about exactly what to say, so he had a call with Jenny Wallach, which I'm also in. And I listened to the call, and there are a lot of key stuff. So we talk about that, how to carry a conversation and know exactly what to say. And it is a process, but that's what we're talking about today. Sometimes every Tuesday they will have Chris Hurley on the call to handle all kinds of objections, and there are all kinds of stuff on it.
And your day's really busy. So you have a property management company. How many doors do you take care of?
Close to 200.
200 doors.
Yes.
So is there some issues arise from time to time with 200 doors?
Hello.
Yeah, yes.
Look at my hair
So you
color.
got a lot of
Be down
stuff.
there. Just
You got a
FYI.
lot of stuff that shows up. And what does your resale business look like? Particularly, what's one of your better years?
Well, last year was really good. And this year, I count my blessings because I thought I was like August, that's it. And then I still have several listings coming up. So I'm very blessed.
What'd you do in GCI last year?
Good question. I think I have to double check. I think it's hovering around 200.
Here you go.
Or
Yeah.
210.
So
around that.
really big business. And yet, did you see the intentionality with the learning and as well? And also have done Bold 8 times as well. Okay, we'll plug into that. Okay, let's go. You don't have to match that.
Yeah, 'cause
We
I'm not-
see
yeah.
this on one spectrum, but you're also seeing it early in your career. Has a lot of knowledge, right? You brought all that expertise that you had from the mortgage. Does that help you in real estate?
It definitely.
Yeah.
helped me in real
How
estate.
does it help you? Where do you think it sets you apart?
Really being able, where my clients trust me because they know that if they're getting information, they kind of come to me and say, hey, is this right with the lender? They really come to me where I've learned being on this side that they really trust the real estate agent more than they trust anybody. And it's a whole nother level because they know that I'm actually knowing what I'm talking about when they are dealing with issues with their loans, which is, if they can't get financing, then they can't buy the house. So that's really the biggest.
Okay, so you've embraced education, training, and learning. Tell us about that journey.
Yes, I am learning based as well. I love to learn. So all of the classes that they have, especially when I first started, although I haven't even been here a year, like I plug into all of the classes, anything that's available, which is why I love Keller Williams so much. I heard about that before, but it's all the way different when you're in it. So to take advantage of it. So that's helped me tremendously. And I get a lot of gems that I kind of implement in my business here and there from the classes. So that's, this lady right here.
She's
oh
a
my God.
legend. Yes, right.
But yeah, no,
Legend
learning is
means
important,
old,
so-
okay, people.
All right. Okay. I just want you to do me a favor. I want you to plug Serena. I want you to plug Bold. More specifically, you've taken Bold with Amber, correct? Amber
Yes,
Rutherford.
I have.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love
Go ahead.
Amber.
Just give it to them. I can tell you why do people need to be there.
Okay, we are in a market that is a very skill-based market. So with Bold brings you the focus. I have a neighbor, Miss Sharon Parker. She is not here today. That lady has
Car trouble. Yes.
Yeah, that lady has been in Bold for at least, I think, 16 to 17 times. And if you talk with a lot of top producers or MREA, millionaire real estate agents, they talk about attending Bold. those are the people that just keep going to bold because we're only humans. Sometimes we get to, we're like, oh, we're going like that. But sometimes we get tired. Our mindset is somewhere else. Things happen in life and all that kind of thing will go like this. But when you're in bold, you're not just learning how to do business, but you're learning and get your mind at the right place. So bold can help you with that. And the skills that you learned, if you look at the walls behind you, all the things, all our bold laws that can apply in life. So it is from my perspective, I come to bold, it get me going, but whatever I learn accompany me and help me out throughout my career. So that is why.
And what would you specifically say about Amber? Is she good?
Oh, she's wonderful. I love her because she is the way she teaches, she just does not go like, you have to do this, you have no. The way she get to you is like she penetrate into your brain. You're like, like kind of, you know what I mean? She influence you, she make you think. The way she talk to you, because she has a lot of kids and she travels a lot. Yeah, she's bold, isn't she? So, but she has a career. She's telling you with her handling all of that in her life, in her career, she would kind of tell you stories that you'll be like, yes, that is something I can do, or that is something I learn from. So I learned a lot from her. I'm so happy she's coming back. So don't miss the opportunity. I know it is a commitment. I mean, you're in real estate, you're committed, period, right? So you don't come to real estate just do a couple months and then that's it. Let me go home. No, so take the opportunity. Take the advantage and all the wonderful things that Keller Williams, our office, is offering. Do it, and and
Great stuff.
participate.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get, you were early in your career, right? You're the first person for this one to sign up for Bold.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Why were you number one? Why you were like, I'm in right away?
Well, I just knew that I didn't take advantage of Bold the first time, but because I am learning based and I do want to continue to grow. I feel like I've shot out real fast and been successful, but I want to continue to go upward. And I just know, talking to other high producing agents, that doing Bold really helps the business. So that was why. And then of course, Verna and everyone has been talking about how great Amber is. So I'm really excited about that.
I hope she's really good, right?
Yeah, it is really
Hope's not a strategies. Huh? I know it's been a few years. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good job on our panel. You got a good perspective. All right. Great. Okay. Hold on. All right. You guys are good. You can go down. Give them a round of applause. Amber's on.
She's
Amber,
on.
you there?
She's on.
All right. They plugged you enough. You paid them in advance. I know. Okay,
you guys-
we're gonna kick it and we're gonna can you put her on the screen? All right, Amber, take it away.
You guys are making me choked up.
Yeah.
You're gonna mess my makeup up before we even start this thing. No, I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of the kind words. Sharon Parker, man, that was a tough nut to crack 5 years ago. I wish she was in the room. We could, what was it? Coach Amber doesn't do this. No, I actually am doing this. You just don't realize I'm doing it because it's in such a nice way. That's what people with 94 children do. Okay. No, it's only 4. It's only 4. Just 4. Hey, question, Norman, is there any way that I can see the room? Because I'm not a theater major, so the monologue thing is not like my best.
Turn it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be on one of the screens. You should see.
See the room yet?
Hold on, let me do something.
Yes, because we have to see you. We don't want to look at.
All right, let me see if I can get the gallery. All right, well, we'll figure it out. Okay, you guys are gonna have to yell loudly since I can't see you right now.
Okay, we're ready.
All right, perfect. So here's what I would like to do. Can you guys grab something to write with and take notes with? Say yes.
Yes.
They got it. They got it. Okay, perfect. You guys shout out to me so that I can hear you, okay? There's two things. Oh, I love it. Online is participating. You guys are awesome. I'd like to share two things with you today that are going to improve your business. Sound good? Yes, I love it.
Yes.
Okay, they're participating. Okay, so here's what I'd like to ask. At the beginning of 2023, when you were toasting with champagne at the beginning of the year, you said, man, it's going to be an awesome year and I'm going to sell this many units or I'm going to have this much volume in sales. Okay. I'd like you to do me a favor and write down what that goal was for the year. Okay. Write it down. You know why I have you write that down is people are 42% more likely to accomplish a goal just because you wrote it down. Can you believe that? Some people say it's up to 90%. Okay. So I question, did you write down your goal this year? Okay. At the beginning of the year. So let's talk about what coaches do. And some of us don't really enjoy when they do this. They hold up a mirror and they ask some great questions. So the goal was, let's say 25 houses. You guys shout out for me. What was the goal?
24 is one.
Sure.
Who else? 50.
Yeah, baby.
What else? 5.
We got a 65 over here.
65.
I love it.
36.
36. Okay, good. So we have clarity around what that goal was. Now let's do a temperature check. Where are you actually today closed and pended? Write that down. Here's my performance where I'm at, closed and pended total. So if it was 50 and you're currently at 22, write down 22.
Closed and pending.
Yep, closed and pended. Because those pended, man, we're going to bulletproof that transaction and get them across the finish line, right?
That's where you say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, you guys, do we need that class? We can bring that class too. Okay, so now I want you to do something and write 3 little letters and it's GAP, the gap. You started the year with a goal of, let's say 50. Okay, you're at 22. So what's your gap? 28. Okay, in that instance. So you write down for me what your gap is. Some of you are like, wow, she's not real great. She's coming in right away and identifying something that I might be behind on. How many of you, by shouting out I, are behind goal? I heard a lot of I's. How many of you are exceeding your goal?
Who's exceeding their goal? No, Jimmy? No, I thought you would raise your hand. Anyone else? Oh,
Chad, we've got an opportunity. Don't
Crickets
we?
on exceeding their goal.
All right, so we've got an opportunity. And here's my question for you though, okay? Has the market shifted a little bit since the beginning of the year when you wrote down that goal originally?
A little bit.
Little bit, okay? Well, little bit in our market in Tampa, Florida, we have definitely seen a shift. We have less closed units. Chad, do you guys have less closed units at the market center?
That's correct.
Yeah, for sure. So Gary teaches us in chapter 1 in Shift. Shout out, who's read this recently? Woo! Okay, a few of you. All right. So I'll give you the abbreviated version. Read chapter 1 and chapter 4. Chapter 1 is your mindset and chapter 4 is find the motivated. Okay, those are the two biggest. Okay, so in chapter 1, Gary teaches us that when a shift happens, we get to shift with it. And there's 2 things we're going to shift. First is our mindset, and then it's our actions. Okay, I heard a few of you. Awesome. Which one do you think is more important? Shout it out. You nailed it. Okay, is your mindset. That's why your panel was talking about mindset. Gosh, 200 rentals plus 200,000 in GCI plus being a family person. All of that strength lies right in between your 2 ears. Okay, so I'd like to teach you today 2 little ways to tap into that. Are you ready? Yeah, all right, let's do it. So I have 14-year-old boys that are in algebra in high school, and they have officially gotten to the point where I can no longer help them on their homework, and they love it. They're like, Mom, we're smarter than you. We knew it all along. It's a very sad day. Anyway, they're doing algebra formulas. I want to teach you a different formula. Okay. Write this down for me. Performance equals your potential minus interference. So literally do the little minus sign like you're doing math. Performance equals potential minus interference. This might sound really simple, and yet let's dive into it. Okay, it's all about winning in your mind. Okay, performance, you already shared with me. This is where I'm currently at. Okay, guys, we have how many days left in the year to do something with our business? 4 months. Okay, well, if you pen something December 31st, it's not going to help that goal. Okay, so it's really like 90 days. Yet if you really dive in, how many working days do you have? 20. Who said 20? I like your life. Let's do it.
Sapana.
That's a life by design. I love it. Well, for the rest of us, we have about 60 to 62 working days left in the year to really show our performance for the year. How does that make you feel? 62 days. Yeah, some of us are like, oh, all right. Well, we have a bold law that says clarity is power. Now that you see it's only 62 days, do you think you'll have a little bit more urgency? Yeah, well, that's the intention. Okay. So your performance, you've already told me, equals your potential. Let's talk about this word potential. I'm not talking what you think your current potential is. I'm talking your potential that your creator gave you, like bigger things that you don't even know that you can do. How many of you know you have more potential dying to come out that's inside of you? Say aye. Chad, I didn't hear a lot of ayes.
Pretty good.
It was pretty good. Okay. I was going to say, because I'm not a therapist and I feel like that's deeper than no one's laughing either. Is the sound working? Jasmine online said aye. I love it. All right. So let's talk about this potential. Okay. I want you to write down this phrase. Adrian said aye. I love it. Write this down. Okay. My relationship with possibility thinking affects my potential. My relationship with possibility thinking affects my potential. So some of you know this. About 10 years ago, I was a school teacher. Okay, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. And my husband and I said, oh, we're going to sell real estate, HGTV. We're going to have the caviar at the open houses, you know, like what real estate's really like, right? Yeah, no. And we got our real estate license, and I'll never forget, my mom saw that red book. What's the red book called? Yeah, sitting on our coffee table. And my mom was like, I'm sorry, does that say millionaire? Honey, I was a school teacher. You're a school teacher. Like, who are you kidding? And she didn't mean it in a mean way. Yet that's my mom's relationship with possibility thinking. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So some of you, what you wrote down for your annual goal is somebody doing that this month. How about this week? You know, the only difference between your mindset and theirs is that their relationship with possibility thinking is different. They believe, I remember my first year in real estate, I prayed, I said, God, let me know I made the right move if I can just make $100,000. Now, if our team doesn't sell $100,000 in a month, it's not a good month for us. What changed?
Mindset.
Yeah, my mindset. Okay. Around Tampa, all people are talking about is, oh, the market, all this conversation. That's called our interference. How many of you feel like you've got some interference affecting your potential? Say aye. Yeah, we all do. There's an agent in Tampa. He's my friend, Tony Baroni, and he just posted yesterday that his team has taken 61 listings in the last 90 days.
Wow.
And I texted him, I was like, way to go, bro. That is sick. That's awesome. And he said, Amber, the last down market, I went from 100 units to 200 units. And he said, this time I'm going from 300 units to 600 units. You guys, in a shifting market is actually when the greatest opportunity exists. Do you agree? Yeah, we just have to think about it that way. Okay. So I want to talk about interference. Interference can be literal. Okay. And there's no judgment on this. Do you have notifications turned on your phone? Ding, beep, Facebook, sale at Kohl's, Nordstrom Rack has the deals. Oh, some of you are laughing. You're like, Southwest has $49 flights to someplace I'm never going to go. Let me click on it though for 2 minutes and look. So we can have interference, and the interference might be a lack of organization. We don't have our week planned. The interference that's affecting your potential could be your mindset, okay? Which is not a literal interference, yet sometimes the interference is actually something like, we just feel like we can't put our finger on it. How many of you feel like something's getting in the way and you don't know exactly what it is? Say aye. I love it. Nicole says aye online. You guys, there's something that interferes, and it's actually our mindset. Okay. Not the literal interference that I've signed up to be the PTA mom and I'm going to volunteer to do this thing and the soccer thing and all of the different interruptions of the world. How many of you have a blue app on your phone? That thing would love to interfere with your day all day, every day. Okay. Some of you scroll so long on Facebook, you hit MySpace.
Oh, wow.
And some of you are like, man, she's showing her age that she's talking Facebook instead of Instagram. Work with me. Okay. Work with me. Anyway, let's talk about the other kind of interference. It's not the literal interference. Okay. It's the interference that happens in our mind. All right. I want you to, we're going to take your life a little bit off of autopilot. How many of you sometimes have that feeling? I'm on autopilot. Same things. I skipped the gym. I hit the snooze button. Say aye. Okay, a few of you. So I want you to draw a circle for me. It looks like a pizza. And in that pizza, I want you to draw like a quarter of the pizza, 2 little slices. You don't have to worry about what it says. I'll tell you. Okay, you guys got your circle and your 2 slices?
Yes.
We're going to talk about this interference. Okay. This is the interference of the mind. And what I want you to draw on the first one is the things you know that you know. Things you know that you know. This is the mind. I know how to do a listing presentation. I know how to do the paperwork for a contract. I know how to open a lockbox. Like there are so many things we know that we know. Now there's another little portion of the mind that are things that I know that I don't know. I know that I don't know. Like how many of you, shout out, have never sold a short sale property? Say aye. Yeah, so we know right now, like, hey, I don't know how to do that. I would definitely need some help. Okay, so that's what you know that you know and what you know that you don't know. Okay, what do you notice about the rest of the pie?
You know a lot.
There's a lot out there. Okay. This is what I want you to write over the 2 little pieces. This is your conscious mind. And in this big part, this is your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind. This big old chunk is where 2 things live. And I want you to write them down. It's where your blind spots live. And also, so sweet and amazing and beautiful, it's where your potential lives. Your blind spots or limiting beliefs and your potential, they all live in there. Okay. So here's what we've got to do. Like that is a massive amount of space in your mind. Okay. When you hire a coach, guess what they do? outside of make you uncomfortable. They ask great questions that bring the unconscious mind to the conscious. They pull out what you don't even know is happening in the background. Like, let me give you an example. If you said you were going to make 10 calls today and you didn't do it, usually it's not your conscious mind that gets in the way. It's your unconscious mind. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's, are they going to reject me? Oh, I'll just maybe send them a Facebook message, or I'll do something different. Okay. Well, there's really a reason why. Okay. It's fear of rejection or something. And coaches, great coaches that are in it with you and are highly accountable coaches are going to ask you really good questions that probably make you really uncomfortable. And they pull the unconscious to the conscious, because I want to share a statement with you. And I'm going to ask that you really think about it. So write it down and then think about what it means for you. Okay. Until you make the unconscious conscious. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. What does that mean? For me, my mama was a school teacher and she made a certain amount of money, and I thought like my mama because that's the person that I heard listening, and my fate would have been the same as my mama until my first 4 months in real estate. We sold 0 houses, like we were killing it. And then that team leader and general manager said, you've got to take this class. And I didn't even know when we first got in and they were talking bold. I was like, these people are half crazy. What are they even talking about? And it was because my unconscious, I had never tapped into potential and possibilities. So 0 houses the first 4 months, and then 25 houses the last 8 months of the year. By taking bold back to back. Then year 2, we sold 54 houses. Year 3, 109 houses. We kept having babies along the way. Don't worry, we figured that out. God bless. No more kids. And yet I went from a W-2 wage earner to a multiple business owner. We own 2 market centers, a title company. My favorite job is being a mom. Most days I'm picking my kids up from school, because you truly can, when you are in control of the mind and tapped into its potential, your performance is limitless. It is absolutely limitless. So here's what I would like to ask. Okay. Some of you have shared experiences with me. I'd like to know who is ready to make the 4th quarter the absolute best quarter of their business, because somebody's going to make it. Yeah, baby. My friend Tony Brony's looking to take my market share over here in Tampa. All right. So I'm going to make it the best 4th quarter ever. So here's what I would love to ask is, I want to know who's going to take a stand for their greatness. And again, I can't see the room. So I'm going to ask you to call out names, because if Chad will tell you anything, the agents, Sharon can tell you this, the panelists can tell you this. Accountability is my forte, okay? And the accountability is, I care about you. We're going to talk about the business that you sign. We're going to talk about your habits, your personal choices, and we're really going to hold a spotlight that, while it makes you uncomfortable, makes you better. And if you're not waking up every day thinking 4th quarter is the best it's ever going to be, and I have all of the potential in the world, my possibilities are endless. Well, let me tell you, there is a completely different reality out there waiting for you. It's waiting for you in your unconscious mind. I would love to be the coach that asks the questions to bring your unconscious to your conscious, and we can absolutely change your fate. So I'd love to know who's going to be joining me in October in Bold. And I want you to shout out your name so that I can message you and we can start the accountability sooner than later. Ooh, online's blowing up. Shannon's in.
Brandon.
Tony. Yeah, Teresa.
All right, we're running around so she hears it. Go ahead.
Teresa.
Tapana Patel,
Say that one more time.
Sapana, and then Patel.
Awesome.
Brandon Turner.
Corinne D'Souza.
Kareen, awesome.
Wouldn't it be great if everybody said
Akil and
Jimmy
Berg and Mrs. Akil.
Villanueva. Space
Awesome,
City team.
Akib. I've got you. Jimmy, I've got you.
Anu Nigam.
Mike Day.
My tie.
Tanya
Adrian
Nicholas.
said yes online. Renee said yes online. Tamika said yes online. Oh, you
Tanya
guys, I am
Nicholas.
so excited.
Pam
Keep
Shaw,
going.
NIA, Nicholas.
Okay, who else?
LaDonna Parker.
LaDonna, girl, I've missed you.
Melanie Horn. There was Pam Shockey.
Jacob Kennington.
Jacob.
For the Tony, we have several. So there was a Tony Jones.
Okay. Thank you. Who
Well,
else?
Serena Chu.
We have Serena Liska.
Thank you, Serena. So Anthony Solace is online. Tamika, Adrian, Renee.
Alina Escobedo.
Alina. You guys, I want to say something while we're writing down the names. When your leadership team shared with me the opportunity that they have for producing agents, and then also at the same time, when you produce in bold the reimbursement, I want you guys to know, like, that's not common. That's not typical in market centers. So your leadership believes in you, as do I. Shannon, Jacob, Jasmine.
How many you got?
Okay, Nicole. I want to make sure I got Nicole. Did I do Debbie? So I trust, since I can't see, you guys have forms, you're filling them out, and you're going to turn them into Chad and your leadership team, because the accountability, it starts today. And I'll give you an example of how I know that this works. Do any of you guys know James Shaw?
Yes.
I heard you talking about him earlier. I told James about 5 years ago, I said, James, I really want to run a marathon. And he said, no, you don't. And I said, ooh, that's not very nice. I told you I'd like to run a marathon. I'm doing it. And he said, no, you're not. And I said, James, do you not believe in me? He said, no. You know how I know you're not going to do it? He said, Amber, what do you do for a living? I said, I'm a coach. He said, great. Who's your marathon coach? I said, well, I don't have one. He said, exactly. You're not doing one. He said, I'll text you my marathon coach, hire them by tomorrow, and I bet that you'll do a marathon. 5 months later, guess what I did? A marathon, my first marathon. And every time I think back on that memory with chills, I have James to thank. Now, did he make me kind of mad?
Yes.
Yeah, he did. Okay. So tomorrow, when I message you, if your name is not registered in the system, you're going to get a little mad. And yet I'm doing it because I believe in you. When we can make a commitment and we step into it immediately, we activate our mind. It's called our RAS, our reticular activating system. And the marathon coach that I hired, she said, I can't meet with you for about 2 weeks. I am booked. Guess what I did the very next morning, though, even though she couldn't meet with me?
Went for a run.
I went for a run because I'm like, my fat butt is not going to throw up on her feet during my first meeting. I got to get myself into shape. Well, your mind is the exact same way. When you sign up tomorrow, you'll notice, okay, I'm going to step into more contacts so that bold isn't as heavy as it could be. All right. You guys, I'm so grateful to come back to Houston. I can't wait. Thank you for allowing me to
We're-
join you. Any questions or anything you need from me?
Anything else from Amber? Good stuff? It is awesome stuff. Thank you, Amber. We're looking forward to seeing you. Thank you for saying yes. I only asked you how many times?
For about 3 years.
For 3 years to bring her back. So you just keep asking, number one is, and you never know when the answer turns into a yes. So we're excited to have you.
I love it. All right,
Okay.
guys. I appreciate you. I can't wait to seeing all of you registered tomorrow. For those of you that aren't ready to commit, please sign up to come with us for the first step. I will be there at the beginning of October to love on you and push you and help you think a little bit bigger and differently. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, jump me to the next screen. All right, let's be real clear on what we are offering for an opportunity to sign up. You have two options. If you want to just take it and you say, just count me in, and you've sold a home in the last 90 days, or you have one pending, I'll meet you halfway, right? That's just a business decision. If you're going, I want that deal, then go put something under contract really quickly and we'll meet you halfway. All it costs you is $3.99. You're in. There is no reimbursement on that, right? Just meeting you halfway and we're there. The second is, which I would take, by the way, this is the way I think, is our typical reimbursement program. Meaning the moment you sign up, right? Sapana signs up right away because she knew she had a listing coming. It's the system we get to play. The moment you sign up, which is today, the reimbursement starts. So if you take a listing and or you put a buyer under contract, not a buyer agreement, those don't count. And as soon as that closed, 200 of that will be reimbursed, right? So you're just betting on yourself going, oh, I can do 4 pieces of business from the start to the very last day of Bold, which is December 4th. So embrace the opportunities in front of you. And if you're going, this is the first start, you heard from Liska, right? There's no reason why you can't be on a trajectory right out of the gate. We have other people in here as well. Jimmy's taking it. Jimmy was on a team. He's crushing it. Jimmy's going to show up on the top 10 really fast if you don't look out. Some of the biggest producers are going to be made in this market. That's what makes me excited too. And the rest of us is, let's go get market share. And you have an opportunity. Amber's fantastic. So everybody get those. If you raised your hand and you told your name, or you didn't, and we didn't get to hear you, please find us and tell us, and let's be committed. And if you're going, Chad, I'm in a spot financially, I need a little bit of way to do it, let us know and let's create a plan for you to be there. Questions on that? Anything that I missed, Verna? Fantastic decoration along the way. Norm, anything else we missed? Okay, let's go to our business partners. Come on up. Run a little bit over, but we can do it. AMCAP, Reliant, Patent Title.
Hi, Melissa at Patent Title. I'll be quick because I know we ran over, so I don't want to take any more time from the lunch sponsor. But I do want to mention, when you guys are taking a listing and you're assuming that whoever is at the house is the seller, a good idea would be to go on the CAD, the County Appraisal District, because a lot of times, or sometimes, the homes could be in an LLC and you don't know it. And we just ran across this the other day where she took a listing and she was like, oh, I didn't know that it was in the LLC, because there are different stipulations on how the LLC works, who can sell, who can sign. So it's a good idea to look at the County Appraisal District. So for Fort, you just Google Fort Bend. What's the website? I don't know if it's fbcad.org, but it would be a good idea just to be able to set, in your mind, know going into the listing appointment, who's the actual owner. And if it is an LLC, we're going to need those LLC docs to look at who is able to sell the property, who is able to sign. Well, we need one signature. Can he sign for all the parties that are on the LLC? Does it need to be a group of signatures? It just depends. And so every LLC is set up differently. So it's a good idea just to know that going into your listing appointment. My fun fact is that some cats are actually allergic to people. So there we go. Have a good day. I'm downstairs if you need me, or text me. What?
All right. Right.
Hello, my name is Yu Yilin. Mindset really is really important. Okay, some people take the referral, don't think it's working. Some people take it seriously. Okay, my last month, I mean, the top referring person, the half month he's making more than $1,000. So give me 15 referral. I did not even know him. It's like it's referred to me by two middle people. Okay, those top producer, they reach to you. So anyway, we have the self-enrollment link. I mean, if you like it, please email me. I can send it to you. You can send it to your client. It's really easy. You show up all the plan they want to sign up and just enter the information. And then as long as you tell me the account number, and then I can credit you for $75. And then top producer is from your country. Yeah, from your country. So,
All right.
yeah, okay.
Great.
Thanks.
All right.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Real quickly, wanted to talk about a course that we have. Some of you signed up for on Tuesday. We have a speaker that's coming in that's going to talk about sales and sales techniques for you, the agent, working with both buyers and sellers. Also talk about personalities. This is a very, very diverse area that we live in, and learning some of the different personalities of some of your potential buyers and sellers could be very, very beneficial. So talking real quickly about opportunity. Mortgage loan officers that are licensed. I'm going to talk about a number right now. At the end of last year, we were at 150,000 loan officers that had licenses. That is not total licenses. There are many more that are licensed in many states. Currently, as of the quarter, at the end of June, I'm sorry, that's correct, end of first quarter, there were down to 99,000 loan officers that are licensed. The predictions is that we will be down to almost 80,000 loan officers licensed to originate loans across the country by the end of the year. Where's the benefit to that? If loan officer numbers are going down, what's happening to licensed realtors or licensed real estate agents? There's a difference. Licenses last year, 3 million real estate agents across the country. Only 1.6 were actually realtors. They were licensed through is that the NAR? So again, if the numbers work out, the opportunity there is that some of the not very good agents or the non-producing agents may be on their way out. You all that are prepared to be in here and withstand what's been going on in the market are in a phenomenal position to take advantage and come in and scoop up, just like Chad alluded to. What is your future and what is your goal coming up? And that many, many people will shine through this downturn in the market. So take that into account when thinking about it. One last thing, Thursday, we will be doing a big symposium with different mortgage lending opportunities. We want to get creative in this market. It just dictates that we have to be able to put out there additional options for your potential buyers and sellers. Thank you.
Great. All right. Thanks so much. All right. Last but not least.
Hey, there's my mug up there.
Yeah, looking good.
Howdy, Keller Williams, Southwest. Appreciate y'all having me out here today. My name is Wilson Orr, and I'm the owner of ProLift Garage Doors. We service, repair, or replace all things garage doors and openers. I'd like to know who of y'all, raise your hand if you have a trusted garage door guy that values the relationship you have with your clients as much as you do. That is excellent news, because I would love to be that guy for you. So we have earned 680 5-star reviews in the past couple of years while we've been in business. And that's because people that use us trust us with their friends and family and neighbors. They're spreading the word out there about us, and that's keeping us busy every day. So they're not afraid to brag about us. And we love going out and giving them good, honest service. You'll never find that we're gonna go into an owner's home and look at a garage door and immediately say, you need a whole new garage door. And while you're at it, you need a whole new garage door opener. Because we hear that all too often from customers that we've had, who called us out maybe for a second quote because they didn't feel like spending $3,000 that day. So, after a little evaluation, we go in, we give them a free estimate, free inspection. It's always free. I don't care if it's 11 o'clock at night. We'll go out there, no charge. We'll do a safety inspection for them. We'll figure out what can be done to their garage door opener to get it back up and running and give them options. So that's what we pride ourselves on. Free estimates, give the customer options. And if we're working with realtors or property investors, we take care of y'all by then giving y'all a call after we've taken care of the person you referred us to and let you know how the experience went. We're hoping that they'll be so happy that they actually want to call you and thank you for referring you to us, because that's how happy we want to make your customers. For investors, we'll go out to a home. We work with investors that are out to California, New York, and we'll go out there. We'll take before pictures. We'll take video of what's happening. We'll send that to them. We stay on property. We send them the estimates, options to approve one of the options. And then once they give the approval, we'll complete the repairs, and then we'll take after photos and after video and send that to the client to let them know, because they can't be there, to let them know that everything's now up and running. And now they're covered, we're covered, their customer's happy, and everybody's good to go. So I had brought a big garage door sample, but I didn't have time. Sorry, the pizza guys were a little late on getting our stuff ready this morning. But does anybody have any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Will you allow your technicians to come to a home that's vacant if we give you verbal permission and access?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we've done a couple of those just this past week. So we'll go out there as long as y'all give us the instructions on how to get into the home. Then yeah, we can work up whatever the repair options are, send those to you or your customer, and then yeah, we'll just stay on property. Hopefully we can get them on phone so they can have time to review, maybe talk through them with the technician that's on site, and then we can do the repairs right then and there. You betcha. Anybody else? Yeah. Yes. Your territory. So, ProLift is pretty wide in Houston. My particular territory is everything west of Houston. So basically River Oaks to Brookshire, down to Rosenberg, around Sienna Plantation, and now we're covering Cypress as well. And then there's another ProLift that is covering all of South Houston. So you name it. They're called ProLift of Pearland, but they cover all the way down to Galveston. The name of my company is ProLift Garage Doors of Sugar Land. I live in Cinco Ranch, and we're just sort of you know, everything west. But if you ever have a question or you're not sure if I cover that area, just feel free to reach out to me directly. My cell number is on my card. You can scan that QR code on the back there to save it to your phone. I gave you a sticker there to stick up on your wall, your garage door wall, next to your garage door button. So you don't forget me in case you're like, who's that store guy that brought by the Marco's Pizza that day. So I'd love if you call us out. There's nothing like getting a firsthand experience before feeling comfortable enough to refer us out to your clients. I'd love if you call us out to do a tune-up for you. If your garage door is loud, you can come in there, lubricate everything. We'll talk to you about your rollers, and we'll do a safety inspection. If anything's grinding, it's an indication of a problem. Problem could turn into something really bad. So have us come out, do a little tune-up, and then you'll experience firsthand what it's like to work with ProLift. So then you can work us out. Is there anything else I can do? Does anybody here know Aldridge Jack from downstairs, Select Title? No? Okay, I wasn't sure.
Oh, patent title. No, they
Not Select Title, I'm sorry, Patent Title. Patent Title, thank you. Wild Alders Jack. We worked on his garage door. I wasn't sure if everybody here like knew who he was.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you guys. And if y'all have any more questions, raise your hand or give me a call anytime. You can reach me directly. Yes.
Who knows Melissa Lima from Pat Title?
Who knows Melissa Lima from Patent Title? Hey, everybody. Future customer of ProLift Garage Doors. We're going to go out there and give her a tune-up so she knows firsthand what
Yeah.
it's like to work with us too.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Wilson.
Yeah, you bet.
All right.
Thank
Thank
y'all
you
very
for
much.
lunch. You'll be around. Good contact to have. Enjoy some lunch. And